from Adrian Wojnarowski and Ramona Shelburne at ESPN, in which they go into the story of how the 24 hours before the trade deadline included owner-to-owner conversations of the Warriors making what proved to be unsuccessful bid to convince the Lakers and LeBron James to consider a trade to pair him with Steph Curry. LeBron could have gone after a fifth ring, linking up with the Warriors, linking up with Steph from a pure basketball standpoint. Like, I had to double check that this was the real Woj, because this felt very much like a non-April Fool's Valentine's Day. Someone's trying to get you on social media because these words don't actually really go together and make sense in the actual basketball universe. But alas, it was real. And the fact that they went owner to owner first spoke volumes, skipped some steps from the GM process of it. It went directly to Jeannie Buss and Joe Lacob. And then from there, Jeannie Buss punted it to LeBron's team and Clutch Sports and his representation and Rich Paul. And ultimately, LeBron James was not interested. Within the report, they said that the Sixers and Daryl Morey also took a stab at getting LeBron also took a stab at getting Kevin Durant, and then when the Suns said no to Kevin Durant, they were like, well, what about Devin Booker? And shockingly, they said no to him too. Daryl Morey always tries to push the chips in like that and just take a swing at it. Shoot for the stars, even if you miss, or shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. When it comes to LeBron James, though, there was some idea as of a week ago with all of his cryptic emoji tweeting that perhaps he was unhappy, that he was looking for a trade. A lot of conversations happened in the Knicks side of it all. But man, what a weird basketball moment it would have been if LeBron James had ended up with the Golden State Warriors. My household would have been insufferable.
I want to know what the package would have been.
That's the question. Like, what salaries match, and where do you even start?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it would have had to have included, I would assume,
Clay,
Jonathan Kuminga.
Clay. Like, are you going to be able to keep
Clay.
Are you
Clay,
going,
baby, please.
Right, like, if you're, hey, you got to take Clay.
Please.
You got to. Hell, maybe even Draymond. But you got to take
Draymond's
one.
They need Draymond. He has been massive in their little
I understand
turnaround.
That. I think that Draymond and the Warriors could use a break. Right? Like, I think that there's something there. You don't?
No.
Okay.
I think they have rallied around him. I think the responses this weekend to their win over the Suns, and if you look at the analytics, I don't know the exact numbers, but Steph Curry's usage and productivity increases dramatically when he is on the court with Draymond Green. And I think there was a appreciation and an understanding for, and this is just reading the tea leaves and having to watch a lot of Warriors games and consume a lot of Warriors content, but it feels as if they respected the 16-game suspension and how that was handled and his foray into therapy. And yes, I know he got a technical over the weekend, and everything that has popped off with Yusuf Nurkic following the matters. Draymond Green went on like an 8-minute rant about Yusuf Nurkic on his podcast yesterday, to which Yusuf Nurkic tweeted something around the lines of, don't spend too long on your podcast, you'll miss your therapy session. What we are not going to do in 2024 is shame a man in therapy. We love a therapized man.
Is he in therapy?
I bet he is.
Okay.
I think he at least dabbled in it.
Okay.
Maybe some guided meditations.
All right.
I don't know. I was going to say attorney-client privilege. Therapist-client privilege. We don't have to know what Draymond Green talks about in therapy. But thinking of, like, the Warriors are playing very good basketball right now, but Jonathan Kuminga is a huge part of that. So what would have happened if you remove that out, put LeBron James in at age 39, who obviously still has quite a bit in the tank from what we've seen? It doesn't matter. None of this is happening. Poof, goodbye. He's happy to be a Laker. He doesn't want to be traded. And both those teams will be, at this point, the standings as of this morning are in the West. The Warriors are in 10th at 26 and 25, and the Lakers are in 9th at 29 and 26. So a game separating them. So it'll be a battle the rest of the way. But what could have been in basketball? Greatness.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m.